Scene 1. 69 ways not to use a proscenium. Man in pajamas visibly dying. Cradle baby invisibly sleeping. Woman in black fixing her face in the sideboard mirror. Nobody speaks. I picked flowers for him. I was 6 years old. I went out into the garden and I picked flowers for him. He was eating dinner. I gave him the flowers. He stared at me. Where'd you get those from? Do you know how long it took me to grow those things? Do you know how long it took me to grow those fucking things? Dot, what? I've never asked you this before, and I know it's none of my business, but what exactly is it that you model? What do you think I model? I don't know, clothes, I suppose. What else would I model? I mean, what else could a model model? I mean, if I was a modeling, what else would I be modeling? The truth. Okay, I model the truth. Now are you happy? I was just curious, that's all. It's a bit late to be curious. I've been having nightmares. Nightmares won't kill you. Have you seen my snake? What? My purse. Have you seen my purse? What if I don't die? We've been over this 1,000 times. Your dinner's in the oven. He's asleep. He won't bother you. I'll put him back together again later, I promise. He's changed, Dot. You wouldn't recognize him. He's a ghost of his former self. He walks with a limp and his neck's all twisted. His eyes bulge and his nose is caved in. He's totally bald and there are maggots crawling out of his scalp. Time hasn't been kind. Is he totally bald? I was just curious, that's all. I'm sorry. I'm not what you want me to be. How could you shove a live mouse down his throat with a lead pencil? Don't start that again. You lied to me. Don't talk to me about lies and deception. I believed in you. You did. I did. Me. What about me? What if I don't die? I'm sorry. I'm not your mother. It's nobody's fault. Let me cook it next time. It's already cooked. I can cook. I know how to cook. I'm not helpless. I have to think about my future. His future. You are not my mother. Look, I've worked very hard to be alive. And I don't care how big and round it is. I'm not living in a fucking teepee. You must be out of your skull. Neither is he. We've been over this 1,000 times. 1,000 times. 1 million times. It's done. Cooked. Fait accompli. Finito. Where the fuck is it? I know I left it somewhere. He's going to kill himself. If he cries, you know what to do. I'll turn him on his belly. Don't worry so much. You worry too much. Everything will be fine. What? Tell me the truth. What truth? Whose truth? Your truth. Any truth. I am not your mother. Neither are you. You are not my father. Your dinner's cooked. I have to leave. I'm already too late. It's macaroni and cheese with a green salad and no tofu, because I'm sick to fucking death of tofu. Tomorrow, I'm going to buy some steak because I need the iron. He needs the iron. We all need the iron. Iron is necessary for life. I'm alive, but I want to see somebody else's blood dripping. I want to be happy. He wants to be happy. I want him to be happy. You're a grown boy. You have to take care of yourself. So am I. I'm a grown girl. In fact, I'm a woman. But I don't want to be a rotting nobody in the middle of nowhere. I want to see the world. I want the world to see me. I want the world to know I'm here and there, and I don't have to hide from dead fucking animals anymore. It's the law of the jungle. My snake died a long time ago, and you know why? My snake died a long time ago because of the lead in the pencil, not the live mouse. There's nothing wrong with live mice. There's nothing wrong with dead mice unless they tried living with live cats, in which case they must have been suicidal. I'm not suicidal. I want to be happy. I'm going out tonight, and I'll be going out every night as far as you're concerned. After tonight, he will be going with me because he's my child, not yours. So as far as I know, you don't have a child, and even if you did, you'd probably feed yourself so much fucking lettuce his empty legs wouldn't be able to carry your little bean sprout beyond the fucking flap of your teepee, or your floppy fucking dreams of being always pleased to be alive and never having any rent to pay or garbage to trash. It's just not that simple, sucker. It's work, and sex, and you're either with me or against us. And if you're against everything, then you may as well be dead. So die, you overripe, moldy old fragments of fucking throat. I'll turn him on his belly, okay? He's just a kid. I'm sorry about your purse. Try to get some rest, Banana. You need some rest. Everything will be fine. I love you. I love you like I love my old dog. Just turn him on his belly, will you? Turn that fucker on his belly. He'll never bother you again. Never, ever, never, ever again. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. Blackout. End of scene 1. Scene 2. A projection from the wings, flashback 3 years. A man in black and white, visibly drinking. Woman in black. Nobody speaks. Black is the color of invisibility. People who wear black are afraid to be seen for who they really are, what they really are, lost and confused. The dark glasses mean they're afraid to look life in the eye, because all they'll see is a reflection of their own invisibility, like vampires. People who wear black tend to smoke cigarettes and drink coffee or vodka and gin, and they avoid foods with colour because it might inspire them to want to live, because people who wear black want to die because they're convinced it's the only thing they can ever really be sure of. People who wear black are not afraid to sit alone in dark places. It prevents relationships with other human beings, which might force them to come outside themselves, because people who wear black need to stay inside themselves, so they'll never be exposed for what they really are, just as red and green and purple and blue and yellow and orange as the rest of us. I read that in Time magazine. Did you ever eat tofu? Did you ever wear Bermuda shorts? It's like cheese, but it's not cheese. It's very white and it's made out of beans, soybeans, with no kick to it like cheese, no hormones like meat, no fear of death, no execution panic, no dread of not remaining a bean forever. Some people swear it's the most soothing source of protein on the planet. Would you like a drink? A vodka and carrot juice, a spinach margarita, or some freshly squeezed orange juice on the rocks? I don't mind if I do, thank you very much, my pleasure. How's the snake? He's dead. I warned you he'd never survive in that little aquarium. People who are dead may as well be wearing black. Pretzel? On the house, in the house. Home is where you house it, the pretzel. We must always live in the pretzel. Do you live in the pretzel? If I had the time, it's 8:10, but it feels much later. Time flies when you're having sex, and if you're not having sex, then you may as well be dead, or wearing black, or barely nothing at all, or stuck in the mud where the real snakes live, or in the desert where people survive without tofu and Time magazine, drink cactus juice and pray for rain, and never wear black or fur coats. Too hot, man. Not cool enough. Make camels do all the work. Make love under a burning sun. Sex in the scorching sand while the flies time you to see who comes first. It will never last. It, my vision of the eternal pretzel. Too many scary, frightening hormones. Too much of the wrong kind of protein. Too much liquor. I'll drink to that. She wants a divorce, she says. She doesn't want me. She doesn't want my freshly squeezed orange juice on the rocks. She doesn't want any more death, and she doesn't want the worst. She's already had the worst, and she doesn't want to spend the rest of her life taking care of a drunk. I'm not a drunk. I'm a poet. I'm a fucking poet. What good is that? Well, you may as well ask what good is Shakespeare. I don't know. What good is Shakespeare? At least he had a house and took care of his wife and kids. How the hell do you know he had a house and took care of his wife and kids? You ever hear of Mrs. Shakespeare? Billy Shakespeare Jr.? Shakespeare man? What the fuck do you know about Shakespeare? I don't give a shit about Shakespeare. Obviously not. As far as I'm concerned, Shakespeare is dead and buried, and so am I as far as you're concerned, right? But I'm doing my best, Dot. But it's not good enough. I found a job, didn't I? Barman. What's wrong with being a barman? You're a fucking drunk. I am not a fucking drunk. Then this man enters, tall man, all in grey, except for a purple tie, long grey hair down to his shoulders. He looks like a professor, and he strides very self-assuredly up to the bar, and he asks for a drink. A half of whiskey. I revert to type. Certainly, sir. Any particular brand? Just a half of whiskey. When you say half, do you mean half a glass or half a measure? Don't you have any whiskey? Oh, yes, we got whiskey. We got lots of whiskey. We got whiskey coming out of our bottles. We have enough whiskey to drown a fucking Irishman, if you pardon my Scotch. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 3 bottles. It's all whiskey. 2 glasses, a big one, a little one, slice of lemon and a fucking cherry. Go on, help yourself. I want to see if you understand what you're talking about. I've changed my mind. I'll have a 7-Up instead. Certainly, mister. If that's what you really need, 1 7-Up coming down, that'll be exactly half of $2. And how much for the whiskey? He didn't have any whiskey. No whiskey. He didn't ask for whiskey. But I changed my mind. That's why I give you the 7-Up. But I don't really like 7-Up. Then why the fuck did you ask for it then? I was trying to think of something you'd understand. I understand a lot more than 7-Up. But I wasn't to know that. Well, you could have asked. I asked for whiskey, but then you changed your mind. Only because you didn't understand. Do you understand? Well, I wouldn't have asked if I did. I'll tell you what, I like 7-Up. I'll give you $1. Then you can buy some whiskey, but you don't understand whiskey. Of course I understand. Whiskey is the half. I don't understand the half of what? The half of fucking whiskey. That's right. That's what I asked for in the first place. Are you some kind of a comedian? No. Are you? I think you better leave. He thinks I better leave. He might be wise. Does he get violent? I'll count to 3. 1, 2. Then suddenly he reaches across the counter and he grabs me by the scruff of the neck and he pulls this banana out of his side pocket and points it at me temples. Look, helium freak. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Your mother? I'm not your mother, motherfucker, so hand over all your money and shoot your box before I blow your brains in. So I give him all the money except for the $1, which he lets me keep. Then he tells me to spread my arms and wave them around like I'm a flower blowing in the breeze. A flower? What flower? Any flower. A daisy, and sing me a song. A song? What song? Any song, a sad song, 'cause you're a sad fucking daisy. There's a somebody I'm long. He starts peeling the banana, takes a bite, and he gives the rest to my ex-wife. I know. He wishes us both a good daisy, then he exits stage left. I'm a little lamb who's lost it. Don't you want me to call the police? There's no point. You've been robbed. They'll presume it was me. You lose your job. Well, I've lost everything else. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself. I feel sorry for you, Doc. I feel sorry for that banana. I feel sorry for anybody who feels like they have to use a piece of fruit to get what they need. I feel sorry for anybody who believes that life can ever be any better than it really is. Me, I entertain no such fucking delusions. And as for the divorce, by the powers invested in me, by the state of intoxication, I hereby declare our marriage null and void. To you, it means nothing, and me, I can avoid it. Decreed nisi, this 3rd day in the annals of our constipation, you are hereby free to fuck yourself up with whomever you please, whomever pleases you, and it may not be legal, but it's as clear as vodka and tonic. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go west. There may be a future there for singing daisies. So I take off all my clothes and I exit stage right. My final image over my left shoulder, my ex-wife stubbing out the banana peel in an ashtray. Blackout. End of scene 2. Scene 3. A benign response to the malignant. I haven't suffered enough, and neither have you. Give me a break, and I'll show you a broken man in pajamas, visibly decomposing on an empty stage. Nobody speaks. A human being. Me, I'm a human being. A human being being human. Me. This isn't a movie you're watching. I'm not a video game. It's me, as real as you'll ever get. Probably more real than you ever wanted, but at least I'm happening now. Aren't you proud? I say. What did the Frenchman say to the wire netting? I've no idea. What did the Frenchman say to the wire netting? Don't ask me. I can't speak French either. Either. I never was any good at punchlines. There was a time I didn't have to try. There used to be 3 of us in the act till one of us left to get better. The 3rd was my wife. I don't mean she was my 3rd wife, just that she used to assist the 2 of us before one of us left to get better. I think he got progressively worse, but then you have to keep up with the times. So where I am, a solitary banana trying to entertain you in the only way I know how, by telling you everything. No excuses, no apologies, just everything. Like how I don't remember being born or eating my first apple. I remember the first time I tried to crack a joke and couldn't. My life in a nutshell. I'd like you to meet my wife, but she's not here at the moment. She's at home taking care of the baby, a boy he is. Jim. She calls him Jason. We have this understanding most people call miscommunication. She does exactly what she likes and I let her. Of course she tells me I can do exactly the same, so here I am whether I like it or not. But it's not exactly the same. We've been married 3 years now, me and the wife. On the night before the wedding she made love with the best man. She told me over the cherry vanilla frosting it wasn't something she would ever regret. Life is full of surprises and sick jokes. I got a nasty shock the other day when this doctor told me I was hopelessly dying from some terminal disease or other. I can't remember what he called it, but I figured I wasn't feeling too good anyway, so it didn't really matter what you called it. All my life I've had this lump in my throat. The poet weeps uncontrollably to thunderous applause. A shadow appears over his left shoulder. Man, drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, eating cookies. Bravo, bravo, bravo. In the light of death, all things create life. In the light of things, all life looks dead. You look like shit, banana. If looks could kill, this world would be suffocating in the excrement of your face. Cigarette? No, probably not. Of course, they'll never believe you. Nobody will ever believe you. They'll think you're trying to make a joke, but nobody will laugh. They'll call you sick, pathetic, insensitive, desperate or all for, or merely disappointed in life, in love. Nobody will ever believe you are simply dying and need to share your dread of Bolivia. It's too raw, man. I mean, if they did, they'd be too ashamed or embarrassed or moved in the end to leave you alone when that final curtain falls. They want to be with you. And who knows, we might all finish up having to share the same fucking dressing room. And then, where would we be, all dying in separately overcrowded breaths? Pretending to be here together when really, we're all alone. You want a cookie then? Cookies are the devil's instrument of infantile addiction, being addicted to remaining an infant. The devil has a very sweet tooth. If you believe in the devil, eat fruit, for God's sake. Do you believe in the devil? Only when I see grown men living on cookies. When was the last time you ate a vegetable? I eat vegetables. I ate a pea just this morning. You're an intelligent man, Balloon, but you've lost the capacity to listen to yourself, your own body. Listen to your heart. What is it telling you now, not yesterday? What is it saying about your future if you don't stop not listening? What? You're running on empty, man. You're running on empty. You're in denial. Your body's in denial. Human beings have a natural vibrancy which dies a little whenever you eat a dead food. Eat live foods, you can live forever so long as you breathe clean air and drink clean water and never read dirty books. Dirt is a condition of imbalance. Where the fuck are you digging all this shit up from? From listening to myself, my body, and other people's. Bunch of fucking weirdos watching the grass grow. As if growing grass were any more real than urban junkies banging their heads against brick walls. Health foods, whole foods, food for holes to fill them up, to set you free from being a hole for the rest of your life. Feeling unholy, a hole by any other name would still be an empty space, but space isn't empty, it's clear. It's full of fucking holes. That can't be healthy. There's only one hole, and that includes everything. Cigarettes, cookies, soda, and French fries. I think we've all eaten enough French fries to last us a lifetime. It's a sick world where tuning into nature is a revolutionary concept. Look, pimple prick. I got you this gig. This is my gig. I don't know what your fucking angle is, but I'm letting you fish for it. I just need to express myself. My soul, my spirit, my arts before it's too late. You know, sometimes I feel like one of those Renaissance statues. Half-finished blocks of marble or stone, all arms and legs and a head, groping to emerge from itself and have its own life, its own day in the greasy sun, and not just be part of somebody else's half-finished colonic. I want to be an artist, but I don't know my art. What is it? Have a beer, for fuck's sake, before you disappear up your own hearthole. You know what I'm talking about. I know where the nearest package store is. I know where I can get cigarettes and cookies and get laid any time of the day or night. And I know for all of the above I need money. And I know that the great soulful mystery of my life is not knowing from whence that money will come. And I know if that wasn't a mystery to me, I don't know what the fuck I'd make of my life. I guess I too would have to search for my spiritual release, but it is. So I don't. I don't believe that. Just because you don't believe it doesn't make it not true. Did you know Karl Marx was never a communist? What's more, he never gave his wife orgasm. His whole fucking career was a sham. Without pleasure, you're a dead duck. There are two rivers in my house. One holds ships and the other holds water. See, I'm a poet. I'm a fucking poet. A shitty city poet. I wasn't meant to live in the country on a soybean farm, wall-to-wall macrame, potting organic vomit. Urban decay and mugging most trashy. Social diseases, drink, drugs, prostitution, growing all smelly with antiseptic. Without foliage and flowers. There aren't any flowers in my poems. Urinals and despair that will never flush down and away. I've already gained a formidable lack of reputation among certain air-freshened literati for being peculiarly sensitive to the ugliness and the beauty in the ugliness all around me, between the cracks where the roaches nest and breed and are massacred by the millions only to survive, between the cracks in those dark, unlit places where our unpasteurized imagination wanders, our uncollected mind is. I belong in the city, this city, any city. No matter my heart may live under a tree, beside a waterfall, my soul lives in the city. It's lost in the city. I have to find it before it dies. If only to tell it where it's already been, just so it doesn't have to go through this particular hell ever again. Because we're obliged to our souls. They're the only part of us capable of a lasting peace, even though the obligation itself is like a rat eating the insides of a bird while the bird is still alive. See, I'm a poet. I'm a fucking poet. Never been published, never will be published. I rave and rant aloud in bars, on street corners, shop doorways, Dunkin' Donuts, bus terminals, or any other abandoned auditoriums where I'm rarely appreciated what I really am, but I'm always noticed for what I appear to be, a desperate form of life, scum oozing out of itself, flowing nowhere but not wasted, no more than a cockroach, which also has its poor soul to find. I had a vision last night. In my narcotic stupor, I saw my soul, the deepest, darkest part of me, illuminated so I could see my soul in all its pristine and crystallized shadow. And it looked like a cockroach disappearing around the back of the stove. And I was afraid to look, lest there be a million other lost souls all looking exactly the same. Have a beer, for fuck's sake. One beer won't kill you. That's a pretty negative way of looking at it. Haven't you had enough? Enough is a place I've never been, like the Bahamas or the back of the stove. I can only dream of having my fill of it, but I know the dream has a purpose. If only to tell me I can always dream I have a purpose. And now I have to get ready to die. Or merely to act it out. What's the difference? I went out west for a change, but it was just the same difference. Night sunsets just as dark when the stars don't come out. Nothing's natural anymore. Even your fucking arts class is calculated. What grows out of the earth is natural, so long as it's allowed to live and die in peace and in its own time. But there must be more to life than peace and random punctuality. You know, sometimes you're fucking amazing. Sometimes I can't figure out if you're a poet or a moron or if you're merely self-indulgent. But anyway, I look at it, the most miserably cynical creature that was ever allowed to scowl, scoff, skulk or slouch across the face of the earth. You little prick banana, who the fuck are you calling me cynical? I mean, just because you're dying you think you can say what you like? Think you got some monopoly on necessity now just because some Dr. Duck quacks you gonna kick the pickle pail? Who are you to call me miserable? You understuffed moth-eating excuse for a burlap bag. I got more positive vibrations in my big toe than you got in the whole of your fucked up body. Never mind your little finger. As for being funny, don't make me laugh. There'll be 2 or 3 people here in a minute. I think you better leave, unless you'd like to catch my act. You're fucking persistent for a dying man. And you're fucking insensitive for a live one. You supercilious bastard, I hope you die in peace. I will, Balloon, I will. As soon as I finish my act. Lights fade. Distemper highlighted on the poet's brow. Shadow fades first. Blackout, end of scene 3. Scene 4. The lost act is a fine Finole man in pajamas, visibly dead. But still dreaming, awaiting a wife who wears black and is being fucked by every professional, everybody in the civilized world. The poet reaches for greens, but the greens are all in his dreams, and his final dream is of being dead. Dead, dead, dead as an unprogrammed microchip. He cops a plea out of the cradle, relentlessly mocking his uncomputerized needs, but the baby isn't his, but he loves it like it was. A poet tiptoes up and plucks his defenseless poetry tender from its crib. A scarlet tear plops between the pale folds of his scribbling web as he bends to plant a kiss, when suddenly his whole fucking poem explodes. From its nucleus pops like an atomic balloon, no thing at its core to hold its posy intact. As I say, what's left right where there is was nothing. It, a monster no larger than life, suspended from rainbow dirigibles, all purple except for a grey mouth. A carnival of deeds unspoken, words undone, civilities unheeded, pumped up with all the fashion of the times. A bevy of dancing jeans, a genius of audacity unproclaimed, now proclamating through the poet's back door with a malevolent grin the size of a fucking brain tumour. And his wife, the poet's wife, a black cloud with a belly full of rain and a yearning to be free and fertile at the same time, willing to laugh and not to laugh. Is he dead yet? Is the fucker dead yet? He's dying. His dream is dying. He's already lost his appetite. I think the next stage is his teeth fall out. He'd look funny with no teeth. I wonder if you can still laugh if you have no teeth. I don't see why not. There'll just be no echo. Echo, echo. And you told me he changed. He looks the same to me. I have changed. He has changed. He's a ghost of his former self. If you're a ghost, why aren't you dead? I am dead. You're drunk. I'm as sober as the day I died. When did you ever die? Yesterday afternoon. I threw myself under the Beebus. Or did I slip my wrist with a safety pin? I can't remember now. But it doesn't matter when you're dead. You don't need to remember when you're dead. But I'm not dead. You're dying. Dot isn't. Dot doesn't really care, do you, Dot? Ignore him, Banana. He's in one of his silly moods. How can I be in one of my silly moods? I'm dead. Don't you recognize a ghost when you see one? I've never seen one. I'm one. Don't you recognize me? The ghost of Balloon. You ought to see a psychiatrist. She wouldn't understand. Such monstrously blank verse, unredeemed by allegory, unleashing the soul, finite, fruity, still extant in the extant, to posit his point while the poor poet acknowledges an unintended train of thought that can only lead to self-pity, the vile regurgitation of everything he ever held precious, alofts its dodo growth with a triumphantly vituperous sneer. It's my new act. Do you like that? Balloon and Banana. But I'm Banana, then where's your banana? Man in pajamas, visibly staggering from cradle to grave, from couch to closet, misquoting Shakespearean sonnets beneath his breath, finally produces one similar, familiar, but ultimately dumbfounded facsimile of everything he ever held precious. That's not a real banana. This is a real banana. That's a plastic banana, you know as well as I do. Oh, God. What have I done? God doesn't come into it. I can prove it. With the help of his wife, the poet's wife, who has picked flowers for the occasion. The facsimulator of everything that nobody ever held precious. Witnesses the new age, brutally stripped and peeled and mercilessly stuffed down his gob, an excess of potassium boggling his saliva as he crumples like blank parchment on which nobody has ever written. Did you ever try to eat too much fruit at one sitting? Did you ever wear Bermuda shorts? Did you ever consider that the one being who might possibly resolve all our differences was just as likely to be a pygmy in pink diapers and turban as a man in black and white or a ballerina with a heavy agenda? Did you ever dream that one day you might just pass away peacefully over breakfast as the sun came up and the sugar-free cornflakes came out and there were still so many houses left to dwell in? It made you sick to step in it, but there's no more vomit left to indigest. Your tidy has been true and well turniped. Your brine, eternally salt-freed and a healing question, is out of the diet. As out of the diet as that tuna in your tuna grinder has obviously been dead long enough to degenerate into staple offal for unprimeval can openers like man. You is dead. Dead, dead, dead as a day-old French fry. And it's no use copying a plea for help on marital age. Your plateau has been wiped off and cleaned with all that dirty, low-down fucking appetite for consequence. Your pimply little voice has been swallowed up in its own pus. Your heart transplanted in its own vacancy, and your soul stuff evaporated into undifferentiated everything's the ultimate negation of not being able to grow your own. Death, 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 death by water, death by loony light, ill-met death, dead for a ducky, bucket, sucky, fuck it, banana, you is dead! Dead, dead, in your bee-stung, stinking glad rags, railing, railing, railing against the meted-out deadly axe trap for the booth tolls, it tolls for thee, you poor potato-head poet, collapsing unrhythmically across the less than naked cradle as ultimately somebody sensible blabs, where the fuck are you off to then? I'm off to the hairdressers. That's the second time this month. Last time they made you look like a hooker. Well, what do you look like? Like a worm on a hooker. When was the last time you cleaned your teeth? Your breath stinks. My breath does not stink. I can smell it from here. Well, I suppose potpourri wafts out of your ass. We're not talking about assholes. Don't kid yourself. I'm not arguing, Balloon. Neither am I, Dot. Neither am I. Isn't this how we communicate when we're not listening to Pavarotti together or reading Isaac Asimov? How is Isaac anyway? Asimov yet? I'm not in the mood, Balloon. Neither am I, Dot. Neither am I. So give me all the money and I'll go and get a mortgage. I blew it, Balloon. I blew it. Till it scattered across the face of the poor earth with our father's ashes, till the poor earth became rich with it, which was no more than the poor earth deserved for accepting it simply for what it is and enjoying it. Here, there, been and gone again, like the fruit of the wind it was in the first place, perfectly free, spoiled, rotten, unashamedly lovely. You mean to tell me I've done all this for nothing? Lights fade to thunderous applause.